Political socialization is the process by which someone acquires their political beliefs and ideology. It's the makeup of a variety of different factors, and it's the accumulation of all your life experiences. From things like your family and religious beliefs, to your experiences based on your gender, your education level, and the pop culture that you adhere to and follow. When we look at family, we start there because it is the most important indicator of your political socialization. It's the number one factor in determining your political belief structure. The place that family is most important comes with party identification. Parents typically tend to pass on their party identification to their children. So if your parents are strong Democrats, there is a very good likelihood that you too will be a Democrat when you register to vote. Now, one trend in American politics that is undercutting the influence of the family as a political socialization tool is the idea that more and more voters are becoming independent. In the state of California, that means that when you register to vote, you are marking a decline to state or no party preference on your ballot and on your registration materials. This trend, which has grown over the last 40 years, really serves to undercut how much of an impact family has on political socialization, but is still the number one factor in determining someone's political belief structure. Another strong factor in your political belief structure is your religious views. We're going to briefly look at groups of religious folk and their typical voting trends. For example, Jewish voters trend towards the Democratic Party. Protestants and evangelical Christians trend towards the Republican Party. And while Catholics overall slightly lean towards the Democratic Party, there has been movement as of late of a lot of Catholics out of the Democratic Party and into the Republican Party based on social issues like abortion and gay marriage. While that trend is ongoing, the effect is that as of today, you would call Catholics a slightly leaning Democratic group, but this is a group that is up for grabs based on each election cycle and what the candidates are offering and which issues are most important. In our American political system, we have what's called the gender gap. That is the reference to the differences in men and women on their political opinions. Democrats have benefited from a gender gap that has given them strong support from women. In the last presidential election in 2008, Barack Obama won female vote by 13 percentage points over his opponent, John McCain. That significant advantage was one of the keys to Barack Obama's presidential win, and this gender gap has been very important to Democratic office seekers and their attempts to win elected office. One other factor in political socialization is your education. And there was a historical trend where college would be known for its liberalizing effect, that if you went off to college, you would become far more liberal. What we've seen is that effect is on the decline, and that opinion is not shifting as dramatically as it once did. Some attest this to the fact that more information is readily available to students, and as they go to college, they're not exposed to as many new ideas and new philosophies as they once were. That this global society that we have created with a lot of social networking and interconnectedness of people through the internet, through social media networks, has helped to shrink down our world and make it so that people are exposed to ideas earlier and more often. So it has undercut a little bit the liberalizing effect of college.